your fucking pride.
Monkey D. Goofy. D. Luffy. I'm just slobbering this bad guy.
Why would they do that, bro?
Bro, because it's getting you ready, don't Yeah, no!
What's good, people? It's your boy T-Rav. I'm back with another video. Now, right now, I want to do something a little special, baby. We got the gravy, but today it's about One Piece. So, what I wanted to come talk to you guys about is why exactly this is the first and will remain for all time to be talked about on my channel in terms of manga and anime, okay? Now, other manga series are about to be covered very shortly. Look out for that very soon. But also anime in the future as well, once I figure out all the reactions, all that, you know, once we get all that sorted out, right? But the reason why I will always consistently bring you guys the One Piece greatness is because One Piece is bigger than just manga. There's a reason why it is. I don't really have to talk about the sales like that, you know, past Batman, on our way to Superman, Harry Potter, and Dr. Seuss. That's where we're headed to. All right, I don't have to talk about the sales. I don't have to talk about why this show and this manga has stood the test of time and is still being serialized even today, still maintained its popularity. You know, it ebbs and flows, as all things do, and when new things come in, new shiny things come in, you know, the shine's taken away a little bit, but guess what? You'll always come back, because the reason why is because it is a great story. Eiichiro Oda. Honestly, I want to shout out to you, my guy, because, you know, maybe you don't know what the hell I'm saying, and maybe, you know, it'll never reach you, whatever. But I just want to say thank you, dog, because the stories and themes that are present throughout One Piece, it's honestly amazing. Because really, I think the underrated thing about One Piece is that it doesn't give you the answer, per se. It just kind of presents all sides. You see the right and wrong things, and the ways people go about things with their ideals, stuff like that, and how some of it can be flawed, some of it's too idealistic, you know what I'm saying? But there's a beauty in all of that, and then following and pursuing what you believe in, no matter what the cost is, like that's something that anyone can apply to their lives in pretty much any category and any facet, right? But what One Piece does better than any other story that I've probably read is not only do we have open threads that continue to have us asking new questions week to week, have us asking new questions chapter to chapter, arc to arc, saga to saga, but it's such a long-running show, and yet there's still so much we don't know, not only about the world, but about probably our MC and a lot of the other very important pivotal characters that are still in the show, right? And we don't have to go back and dwell on the past, you know what I'm saying, and only talk about characters that came before Luffy and his era and stuff like that, but just to even to lightly touch on all that stuff, it's like, man, I want to know all that stuff. I want to know about God Valley, Rocks, Roger, Garp, all that madness. I would love to get a whole, I think the best spin-off series that you could have for this show would be like a young Garp. I think that would be dope. But there's so many different people you could pick from and be like, okay, they could have their own series or they could have their own show just following their journey. There's not a lot of other series that have that ability and make you think, huh, that could be an MC all upon their own right. We fight different villains that could be their own MC and aren't necessarily bad people. We don't know what Blackbeard's really like, stuff like that. Katakuri, who was a dope-ass dude just fighting for his family and his country, stuff like that. King, who we're getting recently now, and Wano, it's just like Zoro. So it's like, it's hard to root against some of these people. And even the ones that are like beyond despicable, you know, Crocodile, Doflamingo, even the less formidable in terms of physical power villains like Spandam and Bellamy, it's like they all leave an impact and they're not forgettable. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the things that really make One Piece stand out. But the fact that There's still so much we're looking forward to. And yeah, you can say some things are predictable, but at the end of the day, can you really tell where the story's about to go? No, you really can't. You can't tell how crazy it's about to get, especially in the next few arcs, because it's sad to say, but also I'm so excited because we're getting to the end game now, people. I know when people say that, they're like, oh, what are you talking about? The series has been going on since 1997. Yes, it has. But you can start to see now where Luffy's we're getting to another stage, baby. We're facing the big boys. We're facing Kaido. We're facing Big Mom. Shanks is going to make his move in 2022. Reaction to that trailer is going to be coming once I catch up, through episode 1000 and all that. I got to make sure I at least watch episode 1000 before I watch that trailer or whatever, right? But Shanks hasn't even made his move. Dragon hasn't even made his move. Mihawk is out on his own. Are you good, my nigga? Shit. Shit, breaking the flow, people. Breaking the flow. No, but it's like, Mihawk hasn't done anything yet, you know what I'm saying? He's out on the run. The government's coming after him. Boa Hancock. Oda teased us and said that Boa and Vivi and Sabo were all in trouble. What happened at the Reverie? What's going on with Sabo? It's like there's so much happening, and honestly, as to where the story's gonna go, I don't have too many ideas on it, but my best guess, right, is we're gonna go to Elbath, but we're gonna go straight to Marie Joie. And I know people don't necessarily think that this is the case, but I don't think that Blackbeard is the final villain for some reason. It's like you teased Emu in chapter 909 or whatever, 907, I think it was. And it's like, bro, that's not for nothing, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I know Blackbeard's been built up to be the final villain this whole time, but I think what's going to be the most impactful is that someone just as great as Luffy in his own right and Blackbeard is going to get taken out, in my mind, by Emu and stuff like that. And honestly, Emu's the guy that everybody should be fighting against, because I think he's got the water fruit. I don't know how the hell they're going to fight against that, because that controls their universe, basically. Or at least it does when it concerns power users and stuff like that. And how Dragon is supposed to be taking that dude on. It's like, I don't even know how they can go up against this guy. But you have to understand, right? Is, Dragon has his own mission, all that. He's a revolutionary. But Luffy's not a hero and stuff like that. But the reason why he stands out above the rest is that he's going to make the right decision. He's going to go with his gut, and it's going to lead to the right outcome. No, he doesn't always make the most morally and PC correct decision. But at the end of the day, it's like he doesn't make bad decisions like that. He knows who is morally on the right side of things. And whatever his gut goes with, it's going to be the right option. So to see how he acts when he finally goes up against the person that is taking away everyone's freedom in the world without them even knowing it, and that's his whole deal as a character, is trying to be the most free person. And what's crazy, we don't even really know Luffy's true dream like that. I really do think it's something like making everyone the freest person on the sea or whatnot, because it's like that's what their world is. Their world is being kept down in the shadows by a government that is actually being controlled by powers that hide in the shadows and run things from the dark. And they make excuses about why their terrible actions are for the good of mankind and why they're just and all that stuff. And that's obviously not true. And there's a lot of things we can relate to our own lives in our own world. I mean, America, we know the things that America has done, the greasy stuff we've been involved with, but normally we all just pass it aside because patriotism, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But it's never wrong to try and point out the flaws and the bad history that comes with what your culture is and how you journeyed to where you had to get to. Yes, there was slavery in our country. Yes, there was oppression of women and all these other things, but the journey and still striving to get to a better place, that's what it's all about. That's what the fight is for as a whole, and that's what One Piece is. That's why you keep on struggling. No, it's not your fight. But even if it doesn't affect you, it's going to affect somebody, right? And so that's some of the bigger themes in One Piece that I think it just kind of goes over people's head, just how much this series, it's talking about real life people, whether you like it or not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it looks a little goofy at times, you know what I'm saying? It gets hella hype and all that and stuff like that, but yeah, they don't kill people sometimes when they probably should, but the message at the end of the day is no matter what your approach is, just following your dream and having the resolve to go ahead and strive for that. That's something that's so important. I can't stress that enough. The whole reason why I ended up starting YouTube, yeah, a lot of it was because of my friends, but part of it is One Piece and stuff like that. Going after something that people tell you that, oh, it probably doesn't have a chance, or that's whack, or that's lame, you know, go ahead and try for it, because what's the worst that can happen? Okay, it doesn't succeed, well, you try. And just like Luffy says, you know what I'm saying, I'll die a happy man if I died trying to go for my dream. So, you know, that's the type of impact that I'm talking about with what One Piece has on me, and it has on a lot of other people and stuff like that. You know, I wasn't always into anime, manga and stuff like that. I had a surgery back in 2017 and I was just stuck at the house, chilling, nothing to do, by myself, home alone, and for a month. And I just decided, you know, fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and go watch Dragon Ball, and all that. I'm gonna go watch Naruto, and then I'm gonna get on to One Piece. And ever since then, I never looked back. To me, it's the greatest show, story of our generation. I don't really think that's much debate. There's so many characters you can go and pull something from. The characters that resound the most to me are people like Sanji, people like Garp, the struggles that they go through with their past and how they should move forward and how their actions affect other people. That's heavy, heavy stuff. Choosing your duty over your family and then sticking to your ideals even when it's inconvenient for you. That's heavy stuff. And, you know, people will, like, you know, brush it aside and be like, oh, I don't like it because I don't like the decisions that they make. And I think that's the distinction we need to make, people. Just because a character in any medium, really, TV shows, movie, or whatever, just because they make a dumb decision doesn't mean it's a bad decision, okay? As long as it makes sense in the terms of their general scope as a character, and even if it doesn't at that immediate time, as long as the author comes back around, or the writer, or whatever, as long as he brings that full circle and makes it make sense within the context of a character, that's all I can really ask for. That's all I can really ask for. So I got a lot more great things to say about One Piece, but you know, I could be here all day talking about this show. I love my niggas Luffy, Sabo, Garp, Zoro, Sanji. I mean, I could go all day, people. I could go all day. Doflamingo, Katakuri, Kaido looks like a fucking badass. Like, come on, man. There's too many people. There's too much hype. Shout out to Whitebeard, Oden. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? It's One Piece, baby. It's One Piece. But that is the gravy. One Piece, Volume 1. Let me know what you thought about everything I had to say. What is the best part about One Piece or anime and manga in general to you? And with that, I am out, people.